I suffered from a sexual abuse by someone. And ever since that day, there was a change within me. I started to question God, why that happened to me. Inside of me, there was a void, there was hate, anger. I had anger towards my mom, my dad, because I blame it at them as well. I would tell God, God, just take my life. I can't take it anymore. I would go to sleep. Before I go to sleep, I would tell God, just take me. Like, I'll be better with you than being here suffering. I keep blaming myself and everyone around me. I keep hurting myself because no one was hurting me. I was hurting myself. Well, I became very, very rebellious. I would yell. I would talk bad to my parents. I would take it upon my brothers. I would take it upon everyone around me. I would hurt everyone's feelings. I was very prideful. I had a lot of anger. I didn't let anyone talk to me. I didn't let anyone get close to me. Once I got to high school, I had a lot of friends. I became really popular because I just wanted to keep forgetting everything. I would look for the friendship. And then I had a boyfriend at the time. I got with him, and then I started doing things that I wasn't supposed to do with him. I would go to parties. I would start to drink. And family parties, I would drink as well. The alcohol got my attention. Then I turned into edibles because, I didn't like smoking. So I would turn into edibles with weed on it. One time I got really, really high. I don't even know what was on the thing. Ever since I got high that day, things became a lot worse. All that turned into anxiety. I had very bad anxiety. At nights, I would wake up screaming. I would wake up crying with panic attacks. It was very bad. There was nights I couldn't sleep all night. One day, my mother invited me on a Friday, and she told me to come. I came. So I listened to my mother. I went with her, and then she's like, we're having a vigil. You should stay as well. It's going to help you even more. So I listened to her. I was like, okay, I'll stay. I listened to the pastor, and I let everything out. I let all the anger, all the pain that I had towards this person, I let it out that day, all the anger. I let it out that day, and I told God how hurt I was, that I couldn't take the pain. I let everything out, and I felt so relieved after. I felt so relieved. I've never felt anything like that. I started to see the change. All the pride went away. I started to see that I was not prideful anymore. All the hatred, I didn't have hatred in my heart. All the sadness was gone too, and I became more happier. I had more peace. I started to see that I had the anxiety. I was able to sleep at night. I was no longer angry. Like, nothing would get me mad. Like little stuff that was so unnecessary. I didn't get upset. I started to talk to my mom differently. I started to have a full conversation with my mom. She became my best friend again after coming on Fridays. And then on Wednesdays, I came as well to seek the Holy Spirit. And then until one day, I received the Holy Spirit. I received a certainty of the Holy Spirit being within inside me. And it was this true happiness, this true peace. I couldn't even stop smiling. I was smiling at everyone. I wanted to hug everyone. I don't know, I just saw everyone so differently. I saw everything around me differently, with different eyes. Like, it was a moment that I would never forget when I received the Holy Spirit. And then I started to see even a bigger change within myself. I started to see that I had, love for the souls. I started to show more love for my brothers, because they would be like, you don't even love me. You won't even hug me. You don't even look at me. Now they're like my best friends. Oh, my three brothers, they're like my truly friends. Like, we do everything together. We go out to eat together. We hang out together. We do everything together. And now with my mother, my father, I go out with them as well. We go out with the family. We go together to church. We do everything together now. And before, it wasn't like that. Before, I would be the one that wasn't even around them. Today, now I'm healed from all the trauma, from the hatred that I had against God, from the hatred I had against everyone around me. I'm healed from the depression. I'm no longer sad. I'm no longer feel that void inside my heart. For you who's watching this program and that's been molested, has been raped, that's been hurt by someone, I know how it feels. I understand that there's a void inside of you, that there's a pain, that you feel like you're alone, that I know it's hard. I know that it can hurt you. It could traumatize you. But I'm telling you that there is a God out there. There's a God that can truly help you, that can take away everything that you're feeling at this moment. Come to the Universal Church. I invite you. As I overcame depression, I overcame the hatred, the anger, the sadness, the void that I had inside of my heart. I overcame all that thanks to God, because He's the only one that can help us.